Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review in the middle of a blooming storm outside. It's absolutely chucking it down. It's thunder, lightning, and so I've braved it to come down to the beer room at the bottom of the garden and do a beer review. I might have to change my glass. That glass is a bit manky. Yes. That glass there. Right, so today we're going to be reviewing Bira Blonde, and it's described as the blonde lager of the Bira 91 craft beers brand is as light as its sister, the white ale, and is also essentially meant for occasional beer drinkers. It's rich in colour, made with barley, extra malty and high hopped, with a delicate aroma and a perfectly balanced dash of bitter. So, I bought this from lowcostbeer.com. I don't know if you can still get it there now, but and if you haven't heard me say it before, they're a company that sell out of date and short date beers, so you tend to get the beers quite a bit cheaper than shops. In fact, going on their website now, I could spend 50 quid now on new beers that I've not had before. So yeah, looks like a lager. I think it is a lager beer, isn't it? It's definitely one of them on both sides of the scale. Straw coloured pour, good lacing, massive bloody head on it. So today, feeling a bit better today. Going back to work actually helped really. 2 days of sitting on the settee, moping and feeling sorry for myself, not good. Just trying to get this beer to go to the top now. I can put the glass, yeah, it's taking some doing, isn't it? Look at that for a flipping head. Whew, hope we don't get struck by lightning in this beer room. Although there's nothing metal above me, so thank God. I don't think so anyway. Right, there we go. It is, that's the strength of the fella. Can't see in this light. 4.5% volume. And it's an Indian beer as well. Or lager. So, cheers. So yeah, definitely more lager-esque than beer. On the nose, typical light malt nose. So it really is. I would class this more a lager than anything else. But it's not a lager that it's good lacing on it. It's not a carbonated lager. Certainly more smooth. And quite nice, really. Bloody hell, that's going down a treat. Oh, it's just what's needed after a long day. So today, met my new people taking over. I've never been in a job where you've been two-peed before, and it's a strange thing, you know, meeting like new future bosses. So they're weighing you up, you're weighing them up, and there's talk of new equipment and that. And the interesting thing is that all done with on apps. It's amazing how gardening has moved on and adapted to. Shall we say, yeah, adapted to technology. I mean, it used to be the thing where, you know, you just did the work, then someone would come and inspect it in the good old days of the city council, And then in my last job, we had to take photos. Didn't bother me, you know. I did the work, so it never bothers me in that respect. The key thing with me, like most people, is you don't give them any room to have a go at you. You do the work, you do it to the highest standards, and there's no room for manoeuvre. It looks like on the phones they're going to have, like, from what I gather, like tracking apps. So they need to legally tell us first if we're being tracked. Not that it bothers me, you know. But interesting times. How, you know, obviously they want their money, you know, they're paying you a wage, they want their money's worth out of you, so you can understand them in that way. Certainly if you're not doing your work, then you get found out. So, but luckily with gardening, once you take ownership of a site, a garden, and once you've got it under control, it's very easy to keep on top of it. It's when you let it get out of hand, and that's when it becomes, you know, an issue. Or coronavirus comes along and you're not there for nearly 6 weeks and then you're still playing catch up. Yeah. So, yeah. Very light, very easy going, a bit like myself. I don't know about the light, not with this bloody belly I've got on me these days. That's beer drinking for you. There was a time in my 20s when I could eat anything, drink anything, and not put a single bit of weight on. And I used to go to bed and have a trifle just before bed. Nowadays, don't eat anything sweet really, don't eat any chocolates. I ain't got many vices in life really, apart from the obvious ones behind me. So that was really nice. So what is the difference between Bira White and Bira Blonde? So Bira White, and I think I've reviewed that the other week, is a cloudy wheat beer with low bitterness and high aromas like citrus and coriander. Well, Bira 91 Blonde, this fella, is a clear lager made from barley and Saaz hops. Bira 91 measures 13, while a Bira 91 Blonde comes 21 on the IBU scale, the International Bitterness Unit. Is Bira beer good for health? A beer that is healthier than milk. According to Jane, whoever Jane is, Bira 91 Light is the lowest calorie option for any alcoholic beverage in the bar. It is lower than the glass of champagne, much lower than breezers, white or cocktails. Which is the tastiest beer in India? Kingfisher Ultra is the best beer that you can have, which is Indian. So there you go. But anyway, back to the serious stuff. Straw coloured, good lacing around the edge, massive white head, on the nose typical light malt aroma, and on the taste the light malt, a little bit thin on the mouth, but not certainly smooth tasting lager, and very, very easy goable. You know, went down a treat, that did. Out of 5. For me, yeah, very nice lager. But something different, a different lager than your standard stuff, you know, that's out there. Very interesting. I'd like to have it with an Indian meal and have one of these at the side of it. You know, that would be nice. Quite fault it really. It was quite nice. And on a day like this where it is boiling outside, it's boiling in here, but I've got to have the door shut because nosy buggers across there in the window, and I've got me day and night blinds so they can't see in. thankfully. Plus the gazebo's up and they can't see past the gazebo, I don't think. Yeah, really nice. Obviously not a craft beer, but an interesting beer nonetheless. Out of 5 then. Would I drink it again? Yeah, if I found it again, I definitely have one, because it was very light, it's very easy drinking. Out of 5, about 4.1 out of 5. Yeah, not bad at all. And that's it for this review. Thanks for watching. Thank you everyone for subscribing. 721 at the account. I mean, obviously there's fluctuations where it keeps going up and down, but that's great. Hopefully we'll get to 1,000 and we'll have a good piss up. Yeah. When we hit 1,000, I'll set it up and yeah, probably crack open. I'll probably get that world's strongest beer and make that the beer when we hit 1,000. But anyway, that's it for this review. Thank you for watching, subscribing and listening. And as always, stay safe. Still dodgy times. Although people in Asda don't seem to recognise that when you walk around. Fucking idiots walking in my way tonight. Pardon my French. I'm trying not to swear on these. It's not professional. Although sometimes you can't help it, can you? Hey. But yeah. Thanks for watching. See you soon.